Hello Leo, and welcome to your reading for January 2019. Happy New Year. Here we are on the other side of 2018. Welcome. My name is Melanie, and this is a general reading for all Leos. Take what you like and leave the rest. It may resonate with you, it may not. That's totally fine. I'm using two different decks today. The Tattoo Tarot deck, which is the main reading there. I'll leave details of the cards below, and I'm also going to pull a card which I kind of use as an oracle card from a deck called the Dreamtime Reading Cards. I'll shuffle them towards the end and pull one of those, and that card's your overall theme for the month of January for awesome Leos. We're so awesome. So I'm just going to jump right in. So there's 5 cards that came out for Leo for January 2019. The first card represents your past energy, and for that you guys got the World card. The second card there, the Ten of Cups, is about present issues, present current situation. Third card, possible obstacles that may come up for Leos this month. You guys have the Fool. Fourth card there, the Hierophant, being about possible helpful tools for you guys this month. And the final card is the outcome card for Leo for January 2019. And you guys got the Wheel of Fortune. So, yeah, as you can see, this is an incredible reading, I thought. You've got, of the 5 cards there, 4 of them are major arcana. So immediately I saw that January is going to be a pretty big month in a really good way. I think it's a significant month of really big endings, cyclic kind of endings, a lot of changes, new beginnings. I think some stuff around life cycles and karma, some really big things coming to an end and new doors opening, coupled with some really intense, I think, happiness in family situation or relationship situation. There may be a bit of need for structure and a bit of need for balance as well coming up in this new awesome kind of energy that may just kind of whoosh you off into the atmosphere with this kind of youthful excitement. But there may just need to be a little bit of containment and structure around that so you don't go off too far into the ether. So that's the general consensus I got from this reading, which I think is phenomenal. Anyway, I'm going to break it down now. So past energy, the World card, last card of the major arcana. So the end of a long journey, really. Perhaps you guys have been on a physical journey, or I think more likely a kind of spiritual journey, a psychological journey. Some sort of major life cycle has now come to an end, and there's a success, really. There's victory in that, there's a relief in that. It's kind of the ending of the journey begun by the Fool, and there the Fool pops up right in the middle there as a bit of an obstacle, but anyway, we'll get to that. So the World card is about accomplishment and also about completion and closure. It's victory, it's the conclusion of something. It's kind of also about the world being your oyster, so things have finished and like new things are sort of opening up. It's kind of a reminder card that all things are possible, you know, and that forces way beyond us and what we can see are always at play in the background, all around us in the universe, and within us, within every cell of our being. And that has now come to help wrap up something for us in a really good way. It's a prosperous end to a part of your life, and perhaps there is a new beginning going on. So I wonder if this is a very recent past energy card. I know I can personally relate to this. I'm a Leo, and this makes a lot of sense to me. I'm recording this in December 2018, and boy oh boy am I glad to see the end of 2018. And God, I hope I'm wrapping up some cycles, some dodgy cycles that are ending and stepping into some really good new exciting things. And that I think that's actually coming up in these cards, because the second card there, the Ten of Cups, is about the current situation, present sort of issues and energy in January for Leos. 10 of Cups, beautiful card. Card of happiness, of marriage, of celebration, of happy families, of achievement, of sort of what's been achieved by you has been achieved sort of by everyone, the group, the gang, you know. It's a card about love, joy, warmth, pleasures, very social kind of card, togetherness, you know, stepping into a really good part of your life. On the image of the card, on a traditional kind of card, you'd see a rainbow. So, you know, obviously rainbow is very symbolic of the end of a storm, the passing of a storm, which to me makes a lot of sense there with the world card before in the past. There's something has ended, a new beginning now, and a really joyous, happy new beginning is here at the start of the year. How beautiful, how perfect. It's saying that this happiness, the state that you're in now, has come through a real battle, you know, that of a storm, you know, and you've come out through the storm, through adversity, and now you're in a place of joy and happiness and connection and love and happy families kind of thing. It's about being spontaneous, tuning into yourself, your intuition, your fulfillment, having a deep sense of connection, of emotional connection with others, feeling really joyous, and that you're actually starting to see perhaps the realisation of some dreams and hopes. Cups card, obviously about emotions, about matters of the heart, you know, relationships, family, feelings, friendships, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really thinking this card is a new start or a new beginning, or some real joy in either a new relationship or current relationship, current family kind of stuff, current friend circle, anything like that, where you feel a lot of deep connection, and it's this really joyous state that you're in now, which is a beautiful way to start the year. Just incredible. So a possible obstacle, not to put a downer on the awesomeness of the card before, possible obstacle though that may come up for Leos in the month of January 2019. You have the Fool card, which actually is a lovely card. It's the start. It's the very first card. It's 0, but it's the first card of the major arcana. So you have the first card there. We've got the last card of the world. We've also got the Wheel of Fortune card, which sits roughly in the middle, which is connected to the world card. So I'm like, whoa, baby, there is some big stuff happening in January for Leos. So the Fool card, you know, is about the start of a journey. The Fool gloriously going off to explore, you know, travelling light, going out into the world with sort of free abandon, you know, kind of thing. Very kind of adventurous, slightly frivolous kind of energy of like, yeah, dude, I don't need any plans. I'm just going to have faith. I'm going to hitchhike my way around the world. It's all going to be good, which is a fantastic energy, of course. You know, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of bravery, I think, to do that, and really living in the present. You know, not thinking too far ahead, not obsessing about the past, but of course you just have to be a little bit careful with that energy, even though you may be like super excited right now. Just make sure you just stay in balance, I would say, with that. Yes, follow your heart. Yes, be curious about the world. Have that new, youthful, childlike kind of wonder about the world. Don't take life too seriously, but just be mindful of not kind of really letting that energy absolutely go crazy and making some really kind of childish decisions there, which still need the wise mind, shall we say. So even though this is you know, indicator of new paths opening up for sure, you've got to choose one of those paths, I guess. So just be mindful of not being, you know, too trusting. Like I said, you need to kind of balance up this kind of exciting new energy and desire for adventure and maybe even actual travel, but and new things coming up, but just to be follow the path, you know, don't go completely wandering off into dense bush kind of thing. Just it's an obstacle that just may be suggesting that you might be really swept up in their energy, and just to maybe take some plans, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, with you, have some plans, have a little bit of structure there. And actually that to me is connected to the next card, possible helpful tools for Leos in this month, the Hierophant, I can never say that properly, card. So, you know, this is interesting. This card, for me, is kind of connected to the Ten of Cups card, because this is a card can be a card about marriage. It's a card traditionally, you know, with like a pope on it, and it's about tradition, conformity, convention, ceremony, religion, ritual, traditional beliefs. You know, it's about institutions, universities, structured sort of places of learning and worship, like churches, religions, unis, colleges, whatever you guys want to call that. It's not a card about free thinking. It's about following the structure, the system kind of thing, following due process. It's a very strict, rigid card. So sort of right next to the Fool. You kind of got, I think, kind of opposite energies there. So I think just perhaps using some of the energy of the Hierophant, and being embedded in some sort of system or structure while you do go out there and explore the new paths being offered to you with that kind of new energy, perhaps would be useful just to keep you kind of grounded. You know, I just think a little bit grounded still. Whatever paths are opening up, do your research, perhaps. You may want to really buck the trend and just go kind of nuts, but this is suggesting to follow the lines that are already laid out there, perhaps. This card too is about prayer. You know, it's a religious card, so whatever you believe in, whether you're religious or not, spiritual or not, we all, I guess, have some beliefs. Even if you have no beliefs, I think that's still a belief. So if you are thinking, I don't know which way to go, I have all this energy and excitement and stuff like that, and I just want to kind of leap before looking, maybe consider a bit of prayer, a bit of meditation, a bit of retreat into that, and to help you make a firm decision about some new things that are coming your way. Maybe just balance those up. That's what I think this is suggesting it as a helpful tool. So to be really mindful of that. The last card of the reading you guys have is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the outcome card for January. Wheel of Fortune, you know, another major card. Again, you know, like the world card, and they actually have similar symbols and images on them. This is a card about destiny, about life's cyclical nature, you know, about balance being restored, fate taking charge, you know, karma, life cycles, good luck, a new cycle, you know, really coming into play here. It's suggestive of the success that's happened for you guys. It's advancement and manifestation and evolution through this kind of progression. Could also be about, this is the Wheel of Fortune, so it can be about luck, good luck, unexpected things coming in, like a godsend, a gift, things turning in your favour. We see the wheel there, turning in your favour, suggesting that you're on the right path. It's a wheel, you know, so we're all on a wheel. Life goes up and down and round and round. And the thing is with this card, it's not to fight the ups and downs and the cyclic nature of things. It's to get in a position of the wheel. Often if you know, say you were standing next to a really giant wheel, one of those giant tyres on one of those huge trucks that we have here in Australia for on big mines, you know. What are they called? I can't remember. The absolutely huge trucks that are used to dump, you know, iron and whatever minerals that they're digging up at the time. These wheels are the size of a house, you know, the wheels, let alone the trucks. So if you were sitting on the outside of that wheel, you'd be spinning around a lot. You'd get squashed, you know, obviously. But if you sit in the middle of that wheel, you're still going to move, but there's going to be less movement, essentially. I'm getting to a point here. So, and you can kind of observe the world a bit better. So it's just kind of getting into a position where you can, I think, step back a little bit, see the cyclic nature of things, absolutely appreciate that and be grateful for that, but going with the flow in a steady kind of state. This is a card about, you know, wishes being granted. So this is a fabulous, I think, outcome card for Leos. Just to be mindful with wishes, of course, to be careful what you wish for, that your wishes aren't too unrealistic, you know, so that forces can come together and grant you your wish should you be on that path, you know, in the flow kind of thing. So maybe whatever prayer or meditation you're doing here with the Hierophant card, just to be mindful of that, because things are really turning in your favour. Beautiful, beautiful card. It's a very symbolic card in the deck. Sort of covers all bases there. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle the Dreamtime Reading Cards, which are these beautiful cards, and then I'm going to read from this little booklet here. Read the information on the card. I'm just going to make sure. Okay, so I use these cards, like I said at the beginning, as kind of an oracle card, whoops, to represent the overall theme for the month. Dreamtime is the Aboriginal Australian culture, spiritual beliefs and system, connecting with the ancient spirit and nature of Australia. So I just love these cards. They've got beautiful art on them. Dot paintings are very typical, whoopsie, of Aboriginal art. Dreamtime is a very ancient, spiritual kind of belief and way of understanding the world and the earth and people. These are huge cards. Tricky to shuffle. Okay, I'm gonna focus now. Okay, look, that one fell out, so I'm gonna go with that one. Overall theme for Leos for January 2019. You guys got Mountain, Strong Foundations. Check out that beautiful card there. I'm gonna look that up and read really quickly. Where are we? 23. Mountain, Strong Foundations. Growing up, I could always see the mountains. This is the author's voice speaking. So a mountain represents strength and firm foundations. It stands strong, magnificent and proud, the same way it has stood for millions of years. With every year, its appearance shows subtle changes as it weathers the storms and the elements. The trees that grow on its face rise and fall, uprooted by the elements. You know, and that reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune card, and even a bit of the World card, the rise and fall, you know, the cyclic nature of the seasons, the elements and stuff. So this leaves the mountain face scarred, revealing the cracks and fissures on its surface. But it still does not waver. It continues to stand silent, weathered but unbreakable, proudly wearing every groove and sign of its age. The mountain represents foundations. It reminds you that you need to be grounded and stable as you weather each year of your life. Beautiful, because we're in a new year kind of thing. The foundations, that reminds me of this card, to say to be grounded in this full-like energy. So it represents the process of aging and reminds you of the wisdom that comes with each year. It also signifies the strength and durability that comes from laying firm foundations. The mountain's gift is gentle pride, strength, and the wisdom that comes with age. This is a very wise card too, this one, the Hierophant. The mountain's gift, oops, I've just read that. So it reminds you, it is not always about what you look like on the outside, but what you know in your heart. Beautiful. Be dependable, share wisdom, and support each other in the aging process. The mountain reminds you just how much you can withstand in a lifetime. Yeah, baby, that's a good one. So that's the overall theme, strong foundations. You know, I think whatever you guys have come from in the past, certainly with the world energy, things finishing up in a and coming to a sort of a good place. The rainbow after the storm with the Ten of Cups, putting you in the beautiful position now. You weathered the storm. You are a strong mountain. We all are. We all have that inside of us. This card is saying, don't forget the strong foundation that you have. Strong foundation often obviously comes from family roots, from our partner or partners, from a good friendship circle, you know, through life's cycles, life's ups and downs. So just keep that groundedness. Remember that strong foundation, where you come from. As you venture out into the world with your little wings, you're flying out like wicked. Some really cool stuff is now coming in. Finally, don't forget your foundation and your roots. You know, that secure base, that sort of safe haven from where you come from, that always exists within you. Stay connected to that. And don't go wandering too far astray. And let your parents know where you're going, you know. Anyway, look, I hope you found this reading useful. Lovely Leos, and Happy New Year. If you like this reading, you know what to do. Leave a little comment down below, like, share, all that kind of hoo-ha. Or not, hey, whatever is going to work for you is going to work for you. Hopefully, though, I'll see you in February, and have a really good start of the year. Bye.